So there's a video by ASAP Science available on YouTube called We Were All Female. And I first watched it years ago and I was laughing and fell just about half out of my chair because it made me realize that men, the male body, is an external female. The clitoris is really, or the penis is really a clitoris or extendable clitoris. And the ovaries essentially drop out to become the testes, and then the hormones, do their thing to change the qualities of them. Um, it made me laugh because it showed the systematic way of creating, producing a body, as well as the efficiency. Instead of creating something totally physically separate, by creating the same thing, the ovaries, but then changing where they're postured and how they're held in the body and the hormone component and the rest of it, it changes the function of it. So, but it's a very efficient way of producing that capability. um, and it made me really even think over the years of how it's a system. And once again, remove the emotion of male versus female, one is more important than the other, and all that other kind of like social bullshit some of us were growing up as. Because I had a relative who thought, men favored men over women, um, and made that very clear. Yeah. And so, I mean, there's so much um, that is bullshit. I mean, everything is pretty much bullshit because everything is made up in our lives. I mean, different cultures make up things. That's why we got so much variation of it, because it's made up and then perpetuated with various generations. And then you can change it again or start from new, or you bring some of the old stuff in, like the whole colonization of America and the rest of it. And sometimes the shit show that what that was, especially with the wars and the rest of it. You can go to history books for that. Um, but going back to We Were All Female, thanks to ASAP Science, thank you. Um, it just showed that technology of our genetic user interface and the efficiency in creating the duality of male and female. But then you have the bring in the user into the genetic user interface, and the user may want to use it differently than what they got. So maybe, a user came in and they got a female body and they're like, not so much. And so they changed it. Vice versa. A user comes in, gets a male model, and decides, like, no, this ain't working for me. Like, I want to go more of that, female side of things. And I mean, there's a sliding scale as well as your personal preferences of how you want to redesign your use of your mobile home, your mobile genetic user interface. I mean, it's fascinating, but sometimes hilarious too if I want to go down that route. Um, but I mean, that's why I laughed half out of my chair, because I was like, oh my gosh, it blew my mind of what learning more about what the body is and how it works. So, thank you, ASAP Science, for that insight.